How you guys doing? And no, you won't get 2 hours of starting soon. I mean, I know I have the screen on for a while. I'll probably add a countdown eventually if I can figure out how to. That might make it a bit less, confusing, because you know how long it's going to be up for. Or at least approximately. So, we'll see. Would probably be like a 10-minute or so countdown. So, yeah. It just takes Twitch a while to send out all the notifications and stuff like that, so I prefer to give people time to actually click on the notification after they've gotten it. Otherwise I get people going like, what? You went live? When? I never heard about that. So, there's that. Don't want people missing like half the stream. Well, half might be a bit of an overstatement. True, they could just be waiting in my chat because I go live at the same time for all 3 of my streaming days. I'm doing alright. Bit warmer again today, so that's lovely. But, well, it's not that bad yet. It's only 26 degrees, not 28. So, yeah. That's the thing. Not much else going on. Just final season still. Should be about 2 more weeks until I actually get to start my summer break. Can't wait. And yeah, then I should be able to do some longer streams. So you can look forward to that. But as I said, 2 more weeks of finals. It'll happen eventually. Hope you guys had a nice week. As I said, mine wasn't that interesting, so. Hello. Yes, I didn't forget to say hello to you. How you doing? But yeah, I'm not sure if we'll manage to get past chapter 2 today. We've started it. But at this rate, I mean, we should be able to finish this game by July, or in July. So, we'll see. Might end up just doing way longer streams as soon as I can actually do that. And try and, well, get done with the game. I mean, are you not a real human? Because saying it like that makes it sound like you aren't. So. It's been going okay, as I mentioned at finals, so. That's pretty much my week in one word. Finals. Not much else going on, just panic uni stuff. Which is very fitting since this chapter is at a university. But yeah, I honestly can't wait till I'm done for the semester. So. No, not new headphones. I guess you might have missed it up till this point. I'm in a different location. There is a green screen behind me right now. So, not new headphones, it's my other setup. I stream from 2 different locations. This is the other location. This background isn't real. It's a picture from my other setup, so. Yeah. There you go. So yes, different chair, different headphones, different lighting, green screen, different PC, microphone. So yeah, lots of stuff is different over here. And apparently very different acoustics, based on what some of you have said in chat. I haven't really had the time to check that much. Now I'm still the same person. Sorry to disappoint. So, thank you for the host. I'm not sure why I don't hear those properly. That is a bit worrying. I did not hear that alert. Not sure my speakers are working. Hello. How you doing? Well, who knows if I'm wearing a human suit? Yes, the skulls are still up on... oh yeah, I am very curious where you got that shirt. No. Well, I'm hoping you like your shirt. So, I had lots of fun designing shirts and the other pattern thing. I really like mine, which is the main reason I designed it, to have it and wear it myself. Yes, the other pattern thing. The pattern is basically the spider that's hanging off of the friends. So, it's a spider pattern for, I think it was the fanny pack and the mask. Those might be the only ones. Maybe the phone case. Can't remember if I made a phone case with a spider pattern. Either way, that stuff. Who knows, I might end up designing more stuff eventually. Just not during final season. I'm glad you love your mug. I didn't actually get the mug. So, might still design more mugs. You could have a spider mug collection. But yeah, I just have lots of fun designing, which is why I do it. So, if you guys don't want to get the stuff, that's perfectly fine. I'm basically just designing it for my own sake. So, yeah, it's fun. Anyhow, I should probably start up the game, and I sometimes use mugs, yeah, for the few times when I drink stuff other than water, because I don't put any other liquids in my bottles. So when I drink, like, apple juice, which I also microwave most of the time, or like, I was drinking, like, diluted elderflower syrup juice stuff, and I think I had put that in a mug too. And coffee, the few times when I drink it. So that's the sort of stuff I drink from mugs. Which isn't usually on stream, but I hate to break it to you, I exist off stream too. I even exist in other people's chats sometimes. Yes, microwaved apple juice. Because I store it in the fridge, and I'm still at the point where I can't drink stuff if it's straight out of the fridge. I don't know, but, well, I mean, if you have the option to either drink warm beverages or basically lose your voice like 9 out of 10 days, well, I go for drinking warm beverages instead. So I'll actually actually start up the game and hopefully fix whatever audio issue I'm having. Wish me luck. Trying to start it up. And there we go. Fine, it's working. I think. Yeah, I don't know why sound wasn't working for the alerts. It was weird. Well, I don't know about that, but hopefully this chapter. So, still don't know what to do with these birds. Okay, well, that's good. For me, it was just... well... it didn't sound right. I basically just heard the type of sound you hear when your speakers are on and set like way too loud, but you're not playing any sound. That sort of staticky sound. That's what I heard instead. So. Yay. So... right, I've got these two items. I could try and call people again, but I don't think that's gonna work. So... write all of these things. I don't think they're going to give me any hints now. At least I wouldn't know how. But yeah, to be honest, having my other place as a background is kind of fun. It has been very disorienting, but... well. And on the other hand, if you're not that familiar with my channel, you don't get as confused about where I am, because... well, the change in the rest of my setup isn't that noticeable. Yes, I'm amused. No? Why not?
This thing's jammed.
I'm guessing I'll have to get one of the cuckoo eggs put over on that side to act as a weight, and I don't know what else the mechanism is supposed to do. We'll see. I mean, who wouldn't be impressed by microwaved apple juice? It honestly doesn't taste that bad. But then again, I'm willing to drink warm water, and that's a rare thing, so... well. Oh. Okay. Gesellschaft der Ostschleisen? What? Like, Society of the Eastern... like... I'm not sure how I'd translate that one. So, that's east. It's a compound word. But, basically, well, I could explain it. And you guys can tell me the word. It's, when you've got water, and you've got, like, a door type thing in the water that opens and closes to allow water and boats to pass. So, kind of like this here, but if it went all the way down. Yeah. Exactly. So, that sort of thing. So, that is not proper German. If problems, on following number phone, basically it's that, but in German, grammatically, so, yeah. So, it's a grammatical nonsense. But yeah, if there are problems, you're supposed to phone this number. But... I guess I should actually write that number down. And no, I highly doubt that that's Swiss. Because I'm pretty sure they still use the same grammar. Because it's still basically the same language. So, there's that. So. I actually use this
That looks
phone.
broken.
No. Okay. I'll read that. Right. So I'll just use her phone. 2766 6742.
Welcome to the East Block Control Center. To start, press the number sign.
Okay.
If you are using the Haltenberg lock, press 1. If you are using the Morloff lock, press 2. If you are using the Koningpass lock, press 3. If you are using the Barrackstadt lock, press 4. To return to the last command, press the number sign.
4.
If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower the water level, press 2. To return to the last command, press the number sign.
Yes, an English phone menu.
You want to raise the water level in the Barrackstadt lock? To confirm your choice, press star. To return to the previous command, press the number sign. Your request has been logged. Unfortunately, our regional technician is currently on holiday, and no replacement is available. We will reply to your request within 48 hours. In case of an emergency, please operate the lock system manually. We apologize for delays to our service.
But it says that if there are problems, you're supposed to call that number. And they're just saying, like, hey, if there's an emergency, just do it yourself. It's very helpful. So... Kira was thinking I actually found something important, but nope. Just the game telling me that I need to do it myself. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even much of a hint. Just... you go do it. So... got a hook and the... what are they called? Test tube holder. So... there has to be some item that I'm missing. Because I don't think the hook or the test tube holder... no, I don't want to talk to that guy again. The hook or the test tube holder, they don't seem like they're enough to scare off the birds. And it seems like I do need to do that. At the very least. So... what was that door? I tried that one? Oh, I haven't been in here. Found a new door. I guess I just walked past it. So, can I talk to any of these people? No? No? Okay. I guess not. What's that? Oh, I guess it's mine now. So, seems like there's gonna be plenty more to read. Well, not that much. So, Amazon. Memories of an Expedition. And... name of the author. And... name of the publisher. So, I'm going straight to page 367. Because that's one way to read books. The Red Amazon Cuckoo. I was a bit confused by the word Amazon. But... this subspecies of the common cuculus, the common cuckoo, is endemic in the Amazon forests and is one of the region's most brightly colored species. Male's plumage is a bright... why did they decide to use this font for a book? Bright... vermilion? I have never heard of that color. While the female's is a little more... something and neutral. Habitat and food. The red cuckoo inhabits the more isolated and deserted areas of the Amazon forest. Food, not foot. I know, I didn't pronounce it quite right, which was why I corrected myself eventually. As I said. It is reliant on the thick upper foliage of the rainforest to live its lonely existence. Well, I think the three cuckoos that are sitting right next to each other in front of that ladder disagree with the whole lonely existence part. The explorer may, nevertheless, have an excellent view of the bird when the animal ventures the lower branches in search of forest grapes. The wild vines provide the bird with the majority of its food. The cuckoo is particularly partial to its juicy fruit. The red cuckoo may sometimes gorge itself on this fruit to the point of drunkenness, rendering it an easy prey for any jungle predator. Eat and be eaten, such as the implacable law of the jungle. Reproduction. Like other species of cuckoo, the red Amazon cuckoo delegates the task of raising its young to other birds. This parasitic behavior enables the species to reproduce prolifically. Words. And with minimum effort. The female cuckoo scouts its territory on the lookout for new nests under construction. She chooses the moment when its owners are absent to lay her eggs, generally in the afternoon. The host, meanwhile, will lay mainly in the morning. After laying an egg in her selected nest, the female will remove one of the host's eggs and destroy it or eat it later. The cuckoo's egg generally hatches before the eggs of its adopted brothers and sisters. The cuckoo chick will instantly edge the other eggs from the nest. The young cuckoo grows fast. Sometimes its foster parents will pitch on the back of the hungry chick to feed it. Perch. That says perch. I can't read this font, I'm sorry. Wait, they're perching on its back? How big is that bird? Even if the cuckoo's egg is very different to the smaller host's eggs, it nevertheless mimics the host egg in certain ways. Not perfectly, but just enough to be accepted by most species. The future. The red cuckoo's love of grape could sadly prove fatal for the species in the medium term. European settlers who've tried to cultivate the grape on the Amazonian alluvial plains have decimated the Amazon red cuckoo population. Grape producers, to protect their harvest from what they would call inveterate looting, have declared all-out war on the bird. It is to be feared that the cuckoo will be on the losing side. The red cuckoo reproduces relatively well in captivity and is one of the jewels and the crown of the Berkshire University ornithological collections. Well, I mean, they don't seem too fond of it, to be honest, since they can't keep it from reproducing, and well, it's kind of a parasite. However, scientists at the university have their own reservations about the species and its propensity to become practically invasive whenever conditions are favorable. To the detriment of other rare species. Heads of the Berkshire Aviary have therefore undertaken a policy of birth control to attempt to balance out nature's imperfections in this artificial environment. I guess this is specifically about the grapes. Today it's very rare to find the rape in the wild. The species has been decimated by terrible equatorial something epidemic. However, in Europe, successful cultivation of the plant is the pride of the Berkshire University botany collection and has largely contributed to the survival of the species around the world. Alright. There's that. So we need those grapes. Now we know. Anything else I can do up here? I can climb the ladder. Okay. That way. The Illustrated Dictionary of Plants and Mushrooms. The Friends of Berkshire University Naturalist Society. Prefaced by Professor Cornelius Pons. Okay. And they have that font again. I mean, these are printed books. Why print in this font? That's just silly. Yangaloo cola. It's a mushroom with that. Yes, mushrooms. A mushroom without the stem that has a chewy texture. It is a member of the polypore family and grows exclusively on the trunks of certain trees of the Amazonian jungle. While it is edible when young, it has a woody texture and insipid flavor and offers no great culinary appeal. Well, someone doesn't like that mushroom. The native tribes are very attached to the mushroom. Why they're so fond of the fungus... why they are so fond of the fungus has taken extensive scientific research to elucidate. Elucidate? Words. So many words. So many fonts that I can't read. Biologists have reached the conclusion that the mushroom contains a special substance that is unique to the mushroom. The substance significantly affects vision and enhances its acuteness enormously. Amazonian Indian hunters discovered this effect and started using it centuries ago. The mushroom is dried and ground to powder and consumed before the hunt commences. Its effect is instantaneous, and the penetration of the hunter's vision increases extraordinarily. The hunter is then able to aim and hit targets concealed behind thick undergrowth, even over great distances. Alright. Uh-huh. I can say names, I just don't. The thing is, with how great my pronunciation tends to be, I don't have high hopes for some usernames. Because, well, I basically need specific instructions that I then forget. So, yeah. Not my strength. Yell at you. Why did it make that person yell at you? Because that makes it seem like it's a bad word.
Forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Yeah, I mean, once every couple of years seems like a bit right? So...
You wouldn't know if there is any Forest Sauvignon here in Barrickstadt, would you?
Absolutely.
When he says absolutely, he means, of course, absolutely none.
What we mean, of course, is that we are absolutely positive there is no Forest Sauvignon here in Barrickstadt.
Really? Are you sure? Because I read in a book that Barrickstadt possesses a number of plants. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of some if possible.
Out of the question, miss.
The assistant rector means to say that our priority is for you to remove your train from our station. Your research will have to wait until your next stop.
Yes, that's right. Your train must leave the station immediately, so please refrain from wasting our time in needless visitations.
Don't forget the regulations, miss. Don't forget them. Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. And quickly!
Here we are, busy
Helpful as usual.
chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, thanks for not helping. Have I tried that door yet? It's locked,
Nope.
of course. Why wouldn't it be? But once again, wandering around aimlessly saves the day. Finally found a library.
What is it you want to know, miss?
If I were to say Forest Sauvignon to you, what would you say?
Oh, let's see. Sauvignon. Sauvignon? I would say it's some kind of tropical shrub, don't you think?
We are talking about the same plant, then. It is a very rare shrub with small, juicy fruits. I found a book about the Amazon, and it says that there are even Sauvignon plants growing right here in Barrickstadt. You wouldn't know where, would you?
Amazon Sauvignon plants here? No. No, I don't think there are any. Highly implausible. But, you should ask the station master.
Okay.
He's keeper of the greenhouse at our university, so he could tell you more than me.
Oh, thanks very much. I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
So what are the cuckoos eating? Since they're apparently not eating those grapes? It seemed like that was just, well, majority of their diet, so... think it was over this way. So much walking. Oh. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
Okay then.
Wait, don't go! You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
So, I guess I'll look around the area that actually has plants. And see if I can see if I can find anything that looks like grapes. Don't see anything yet. I mean, I don't even know where he went. Because game logic. People just teleport. So, birds that usually sit incredibly high up in the trees and don't gather in groups. And they eat grapes. What are they doing down here? But I mean, to be fair, it also said that them eating the grapes makes them act drunk. So maybe they ate what was left of the grapes. Oh, there he is.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm looking for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here, in the famous Baruchstadt University aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then don't believe everything you read, miss.
I don't know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grape? Go ask your Professor, what's-his-name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
Okay, I'll ask him again.
I won't disturb you.
Welcome to...
Yes. Hello, if I hadn't said that already. Yes. Didn't want to interrupt while they were talking. So... yeah, I guess I'll find the professor again. He's going to tell me... well... something. Probably not actually going to be answering my question, but... maybe he's going to tell me how to ask the other guy. To actually get an answer. Yeah, they all act like growing that fruit is illegal somehow. So, I'm intrigued.
I don't need that for the time being.
What is it you want to know, miss?
True.
You wouldn't know where the forest Sauvignon plants are kept in Barkstadt, would you?
Why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master. If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake, that's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
All right, thanks.
Hey, I'll ask them again.
I'll leave you in peace.
Sorry?
Seems people are a bit secretive around here.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barkstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barkstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your
But-
garden? So, there is a garden in Barkstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful
They're all
balm to soothe
alcoholics.
away our
Now we
long
know.
hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care, and finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Miss, you do go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional. You know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern, producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right, nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So, we can count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
Uh-huh. No intention at all.
Here we are.
Already?
Thank you.
And
I mean, now that I think of it, I could just blackmail them into giving me the money, right? Instead of blackmailing them into giving me the grapes to scare away birds to fix their machinery. It would save a lot of time to just blackmail them into giving the money. I don't know. But they just generally don't want people to know about it. It's good enough. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, if you're a lawyer and your client tells you they committed a crime, isn't it then your duty to try and get your client to not be convicted of that crime? I thought that was kind of how it works. But true. So, I'll just try and ask him again.
excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
You have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
No, not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon thing.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, be honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right away, miss.
So, now that we're done blackmailing people, I can hopefully get some of the grapes and then make progress. I mean, I have been making some progress.
There you are. Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is a reputation in the university to think about, and I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Thank you, miss.
But yeah, they don't seem to have a lot of students. I found them. Okay. What about those mushrooms? Can I find those too? I guess not. I get more berries. Oh,
I don't need that for the time.
I guess not. So, if I'm not completely mistaken, should be able to get the birds to move, or at least to get them to stop attacking me. So that's exciting.
Yeah, miss, please, excuse me.
What?
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding.
Oh.
I brought you a bottle of wine. Markstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you.
Alright then. No, it's not on this side. Hello, how you doing? It might be poisoned. Who knows? Also, side note, who is allowed to accept bribes? Because there seem to be a lot of this person isn't allowed to accept bribes law. Which kind of implies that someone is allowed. So... trying to find the birds again, because the ladder has disappeared. Well, it's actually not in this area, though.
Impossible to reach it.
Good one.
Impossible to...
Oh, you have been untimed out, by the way. But I guess that's one way to get you to stop saying something. I mean, you did ask, so... Fair enough, yeah. It does that. I guess this channel should have a be careful what you wish for disclaimer. I mean, technically, the fact that you specifically don't quite know what the timeout function does is a good sign. So... means we don't really get too much trouble over on this channel, which I very much appreciate. Okay. I don't know what games would be in the Sega Genesis collection, but I'll look them up. And to be fair, this game isn't, like, accurate in any real sense of the word. Well... you might be. I think most people who'd... fair enough. But for some reason, I just think that most people who'd want to go for an actual driving simulator type game wouldn't go for G2A. So... GTA, whatever. I know what it stands for, I just Can't say abbreviations. Yeah, I haven't broken any laws because I've never played any of the games. And since I said I know what it stands for, but I didn't say what it actually stands for, Grand Theft Auto. There.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone is...
They are
Nor
So, is that
Gentlemen,
enough?
I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
the bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
And now let us in turn honor our word.
Nice.
How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
Something like
We agree to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
Yay, I'm allowed to leave. Finally.
And while we're on the subject, when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible. Here we are, busy.
All right.
Thank you.
And
Alright. Well, not that surprising. I just thought I'd have to fix more than one thing. So. In that sense, I'm glad they didn't make this mission drag on any longer. We'll see. Wouldn't go that far. So, time to pay off the people who may or may not be willing to pull the train. We'll see about that. Because I still don't quite trust them. So, saving before I do that.
hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
Alright, so I guess I missed my opportunity to ask them about the grapes.
I'll leave you to it.
Dos.
So, money.
Here you go. Here's your money. I've checked it. It's all there.
At least you didn't drop it in the water. That would have been, well, interesting.
Ah, thank you. Not difficult get dollar. See? You are a real businesswoman. I'm not the only one around here. We pleased to do deal with you. Now, you open lock or we no help you. Why didn't you manage to open them? After all, you don't have to be a genius.
Ma vor wat pensiero esto? Di kleine madam. No se sai mar alles non comprendo en allora kaput en andere bordel. Zirs war moi. On boom telefonieren kaput.
My husband say instructions complicated. No understand manual. My husband angry. Very angry. Oh, now telephone broke. Kaput. Now that is annoying. What are you gonna do next? We wait repairman. Well, I don't have the time to wait. I'll have to go have a look. There must be some way of releasing the opening mechanism. Take key. Sailor always need key for lock.
Okay. Are they going to give me the key? Oh, they're throwing it. Nice.
Okay, thanks.
Did they give me another item? I thought they did. Apparently not. But yeah, it seemed like it was several languages all mixed together. It was very confusing. Like, I heard some German in there, or something very close to German. It's difficult to tell since he also has a pretty strong accent. And, well, the German grammar in this game is not the greatest.
Hello?
Kate, how's my little baby girl? I was thinking about you only yesterday because I saw this fantastic fur coat. You are wrapping up warm, aren't you? I mean, people in foreign countries never know how to dress properly for the weather.
Mom, it's so sweet of you to worry, but I'm fine, really. The trip's a breeze, no worries. I mean, there's...
Well, when are you coming back? Frank is dying to meet you.
Frank? Oh, yeah, your singer. You two seeing each other then?
Oh, you'll never guess the surprise he gave me yesterday.
No, I suppose I won't.
Frank invited me to a big charity show organized by, well, someone or another. Anyway, they got him singing a couple of old numbers from his repertoire, and in the end, he asked me to go up on stage with him. Can you imagine me, your mother, on stage in front of thousands of people?
Wow, I would have loved to have been there. Not too emotional, I hope.
Oh, too emotional by far, especially as I hadn't even been to the hairdresser. Well, I didn't even have the proper dress on. But Frank promised me he'd see to that next time. Oh, he's such a cutie, and he's got the sweetest little...
I'm sure he has, Mom.
It would be so good if you could join us one day. Let's see, when is his next gala? I'm so forgetful these days. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't in the clouds. You just watch out, my girl. Them years will catch up with you much quicker than you think.
I'll look out for them, Ma. Nice to hear your voice. Lots of love.
Well, to you too, my little munchkin.
Alright then. So. Now what? I think the mechanism was over here? So I've still got the hook, I've got the wine bottle and the key. So where's that lock? What? There. Now what?
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize.
Is it German? It's probably
The
German.
instructions are written
Well.
in a language I don't recognize.
I guess them showing me the instructions would be cheating, because I might be able to understand them. Then again, I might not, based on their other German, but... well.
That looks broken.
I guess I'll call them again. So 27666742.
Welcome to the East Block Control Center. To start, press the number sign. If you are using the Haltenberg lock, press 1. If you are using the Morloff lock, press 2. If you are using the Koningpass lock, press 3. If you are using the Barakstadt lock, press 4. To return to the last command, press the number sign.
What if I say I'm in a different place than I actually am?
If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower the water level, press 2. To return to the last command, press the number sign.
Raise the water level.
You want to raise the water level in the Haltenberg lock? To confirm your choice, press star. To return to the previous command, press the number sign. Your request has been logged. Unfortunately, our regional technician is currently on holiday, and no replacement is available. We will reply to your request within 48 hours. In case of an emergency, please operate the lock system manually. We apologize for delays to our service.
So I thought some piece of paper appeared in my inventory, but I guess not. So I'll see if that couple can tell me what to do. Or maybe he can. Where's she going? There.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
Can you explain to me how the locks in the canal work, please?
A lock, right, is a system of sealed gates. They're clever, right? They help boats overcome gradient problems in channeled water flows. They make this kind of boat staircase, see? You know what I like? Sitting on the bank, watching the barges and...
I'm sorry. I must have expressed myself badly. I need to know how the locks open and close, to vary the water levels.
I'm not sure of the precise maneuver. Trains and barges, trains, now those guys are very different fellows altogether.
What?
I won't
Welcome to...
But yeah, apparently I can't flood other towns either. No matter how much I try. Which language are we going to get this time?
Hey there! On the boat!
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady! You want to talk to us? Is it the locks that are stopping you from carrying on your journey? Da, barge no pass. Lock closed. Have you tried, like, just opening them? Nah, not possible. Have tried. Now system kaput. Oh, dear. I am sorry about that. Looks like we're all being held prisoners in Barrackstadt then, in a way. Funny that, isn't it?
Yes, very
I'll
funny.
leave you to it. I won't disturb you again.
До свидания.
So I guess I'll have to try the university again. Maybe they know how to operate that stuff. You can hear that automaton thing I fixed from out here. Is it just constantly playing that stuff? And all it needs to do that is 2 eggs and what looks like scales? Doesn't make sense. Where's the energy coming from?
What is it you want to know, miss?
I'm under the impression that if I am to continue my journey, I'm going to have to open the locks on the canal.
You're probably right, my dear, so open the locks. Whether they are open or closed is none of my business.
Alright.
I'll leave you in peace.
Sorry?
Can I take the mammoth yet?
I don't need that.
No. Okay. So I've got that powder now. That should be interesting. Who doesn't want mushroom powder? That makes your eyes better. I could probably use some of that powder, but then again, I kind of enjoy wearing glasses, so it's fine. No, my eyes are too dry for those.
Gentlemen, I'm awfully bothered to have to disturb you again.
A bothersome disturbance indeed.
Which, I may add, disturbingly bothers us.
No bother, my dear. We're listening.
As in, your eyes need a certain level of moisture to not have contacts stick to them in a way that would be incredibly uncomfortable. So, yeah, my eyes aren't doing that, so they're too dry to actually have contacts in there.
If you can possibly get the canal lock open, then the sailors will be able to tow the train up to the winding machine.
Open the lock? What a singular idea!
What a surprising request.
Our university isn't responsible for the functioning of the canal locks. A different administration deals with that, miss.
Here we are,
All right.
Thank
And
Who else could I ask? Yeah, basically to safely wear contact lenses, you need to have eyes that aren't as dry as mine. Either that, or I'd constantly have to use eye drops. Oh yes, that is obviously the issue here. I mean, there's a good chance that staring at screens for too long is actually causing my dry eyes, so there's that. Haven't heard of that show. Which statues? You mean the giant mammoths? Or something else? Pretty sure they're supposed to be mammoths. Because this game is kind of obsessed with them. I'd assume that those statues would be rather expensive, so probably why museums don't usually have those. Maybe it's that gate I'm supposed to open. I don't know. Because that's a bit of a problem. I don't even know where the gate I'm supposed to open is. Or the lock. I'm guessing it's that thing, but who knows? Maybe the phone system has something to do with what numbers to put in at the lock. Because otherwise it's just completely useless. on track with it. Hello, how you doing? I mean, so far I haven't gotten anywhere close to playing Syberia 2, but... oh, it's gonna be in a poll eventually. So... I'll call again and write down all the numbers I have to press in that menu.
Welcome to the
Okay. 4.
Your combination number is not valid.
Whoopsies.
If you are using the Haltenberg lock, press 1.
But I
If
pressed
you are
4.
using the Morloff lock, press 2. If you
4. Oh, I pressed
If
4.
you want to raise the water level,
Whatever.
press 1. If you want to lower the water level, press 2. To return to the last command, press the number sign.
So it really is just 1 or 2. No, can't leave.
If you Welcome to If you are
Okay. I might be stuck in this menu. Fine, 4. I'll go through the menu. It's fine.
you to
Star?
your request
Okay. Wait. 4, 1? And then something.
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize.
Oh, fine. They didn't press the star, but... there. 4-2 star. That was a very silly menu. And then it's going to be 4-1 star. Alright. How convenient that the phone menu was in English. The sign telling you to call that number was in German, but the phone menu in English. Seems about right. And she couldn't read the instructions. The instructions there either, so... well.
Hey there!
Guten Tag!
My husband!
Hey, looks.
Right, I've got it. I know now how the locks work. So guide your boat into the lock, and I'll take care of the mechanism.
Godverdomme. Das ist eine echte Ladies. Alle etwa, range alle Dingen and obligados de dame. Ach, set content und zurück again.
What did your husband say?
You, hurry up! We hurry to travel again.
Okay. We'll meet each other on the other side. By my train, okay?
Is he? I doubt that. She didn't get a train, well, she's using it. It's technically someone else's train. basically, the lady who used to own the factory and died, she built a train based on the plans that her brother sent her. But she was planning to use the train to travel to where her brother currently lives. Yeah. So what we did was fake the signature on a document releasing the train to be allowed to take it to try and find the brother who is the real heir. So, that. But no, the train does not belong to her. Now what? Can't go that way? Fine. Yeah, there is a surprising amount of walking in this game. Did not expect that. There they are.
Hey there! On the boat!
Da, barge on other side. You still need us?
It must be really neat to travel by river.
Oh, slechte boot. Eine vergete das Grund. Für mich, locker ist fantastica. Eine kleine Rot mit Usted, okay. You guide.
Excuse me?
My husband say he liked his barge and he not like your train. Too noisy. If you want to travel in Tin Can, you stay in Tin Can.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it.
Das
I've got a feeling that some of what he says is inappropriate. But who knows? With all the languages he's mixing up.
Everything okay, Oscar?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am awaiting your instructions.
This train might be a wonder of technology, but the engine's limited autonomy is a liability. You got to admit that.
I am afraid I refuse to entertain this consideration, Kate Walker.
The university authorities want us to move the train out of their state.
They have a point, Kate Walker. However,
Hey, that's not their...
the problem...
Whatever.
Okay, so
Oscar?
In a...
how am I going to do this part? Because I still need to find a way to attach the train to the barge.
Hey there! On the boat!
At least I don't have to run that far.
Barge on other side. You still need us?
There. Your barge is over the locks now. It's up to you to keep your part of the bargain.
Yes, Belage Frau. Attach loco.
My husband say, return to train, attach chain, then barge will pull.
Okay. I'll get moving.
Okay. I bumped into my desk. I hope that wasn't too loud.
I'll leave you to it. I won't...
Wait,
Hey
bird?
there, have you gone down to take a look around the station yet? It's amazing. You know, it's full of...
Me tu moigir? Ja. Ja, met plezier.
I'll leave you...
Well, I mean, I guess this barge can. Maybe it's a very light train. So, chain, got a hook. Where do I attach it, though? They told me to attach the chain. Which chain?
Hey there! There.
Yeah.
My husband say, return to train, attach...
Okay. I'll leave...
What chain? I haven't seen a chain. Does Oscar know about a chain? How am I going to get a chain that's strong enough to pull a train? The hook, I think I had it, like, from the start of this chapter. I don't know where I got it.
Everything okay, Oscar?
Yes, Kate, walk.
The university authority... Hey, what? This train... Oscar?
In a...
Do I have a chain in the suitcase? Nope. Not sure why she'd have a chain that's strong enough to pull a train, but at this point, well, who even knows anymore? Yes, but this train is a one-person train.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
I've just been to see the rectors, and they told me to...
I thought they'd say that. Rules are rules, and you gotta...
Absolutely. I've got enough worries as it is.
Well, I suggest...
But it's like I say, the springs are
The locomotive's engine might not work, it's true, but maybe there's some other way.
It's a possibility, I suppose.
Nothing, it was just an idea. Anyway, miss, you should...
It seems that your superiors object to the presence of my train in the station.
Well, it's not that they're difficult to please, but I find that the less I have to do with them, the better things are. Give a drift. Birds, more peaceful than employers. And respect for the regulations. Now that brings peace of mind.
I won't...
Welcome.
Where's that chain? did they just throw a chain? There has to be a chain if I'm supposed to attach it, right?
Hey there, Dodd. It must be really neat.
Oh.
Sure. My name is Kate Walker, and I'm a lawyer.
Lawyer!
A lot.
Lawyer!
Can we check? What do we do now to tie my train to the barge?
Mademoiselle Takatak, Loco Coco Mitchen.
What did your husband say?
You attach chain to train and chain put train with barge.
Hop! Catch it up.
There, finally. Can I get the chain? Did he throw it far enough? Did I attach the hook to it? No, he didn't throw it far enough. Oh, there it is.
If that's going to work.
Hook on the chain. I'd get out of the way of that chain. Yeah, well, maybe there is an update, like a fan-made one, probably.
Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Ponce. I'm about to start my lecture on the Yukols at any moment. Please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
Guess I'm doing that. Where'd the barge disappear to? Because I didn't open that gate. Oh well. I'll just not worry about it. If she charges by the hour, she's probably rich by now. Because she's been working on this at least like 48 hours now. It's not like she's really getting time off. So, she slept while traveling to the next location that she needed to go to for work. I don't think she even knows what time off is at this point.
Ah, there you are, Miss Walker. Good, good. Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson.
Wait, the security guard is actually a student? Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the audience.
A very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukols are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Syberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukol population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukol people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukols date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukols followed them to the north, the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yukol in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukols had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yukol forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yukol existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yukol's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yukol people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukols learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yukol shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian ice ark is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yukol's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukols were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Siberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yukol's traditional lifestyle. Since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yukol population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing.
Thank you for the bits.
There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Yukols have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population.
I'm not sleeping.
Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukols have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live, or how they survived. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today.
Yay.
Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
So, I mean, I can't think of another mammoth game, but there probably is at least one other one. I mean, there's probably at least one game where you play as a mammoth. That one person is still asleep. Who knows? You can't prove that. But yeah, the part where he said that, yeah, prehistoric people didn't have any imagination, so whatever they drew must have happened exactly as they portrayed it. That seems a bit insulting. I don't think people's brain size has changed that much since then. So why wouldn't they have had the capacity to be creative?
Professor, it's me. I've come to pick up the mammoth doll.
The doll is waiting for you there, Miss Walker. Please take good care of it.
Don't worry. I'm beginning to get quite attached to it myself. Can I trouble you just a little longer?
With pleasure, Kate. I'm all ears.
I'd say creativity isn't a learned trait. But who knows?
I must congratulate you for your lecture. You were right. The subject is absolutely fascinating. I never believed that mammoths could be so interesting.
What you heard was only the tip of the iceberg, my dear. But if I have at least awoken a passion in you, I'm only too proud.
Did Hans Varlberg agree with your hypothesis on the Yukols being able to tame mammoths?
Now, Hans was no man of science. His pathological obsession was to find mammoths that were still in existence. Such a hypothesis is somewhat overblown, don't you think?
You don't believe in it yourself?
Mammoths died out thousands of years ago. Of this we are certain. Today, the only mammoths in Syberia are frozen ones. Huh?
Do you know where Hans might have gone after his stay here in Barrackstadt?
No, but I would not be surprised if he left in search of the Yukols, or what is left of them today.
I thought I'd already read that he went to Syberia, but guess she didn't pay attention to that.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of...
You mean you drive?
I'll leave...
Sorry?
Okay. I'll take that. And I'll take that. Wait, he actually got it bound and then used it to put his coffee on there. Makes sense. It's nice that the coffee stain is still visible on the next page. Because it's not the back of the same page, it's the next page. So he's just printed on one side. And, well, basically spilled coffee on it. Nice. Wait, I'm guessing this door is still locked, but I want to check.
No point.
I mean, you do have a point. I know quite a few people who basically run on coffee when it comes to being a student. I don't want to look at that emote too closely. Because I need to wind up a train, so. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely people who still run on coffee later on, too, but... I'm guessing it might be in chat settings. Like the cogwheel at the bottom. I haven't actually looked for it, to be honest. But then again, I don't really have the option of turning them off because, well, it's kind of like turning off part of Twitch chat while being a streamer, which isn't that much of an option. So... well, internet culture is a lovely thing, isn't it? Emote only. Well. I guess we're doing that for a bit. I've never actually used emote only mode.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
So, mission?
Oscar, get ready. I'm going to start winding up the clockwork engine.
Good, Kate Walker. Then we can carry on our journey. An engineer prides himself
On punctuality. I know, Oscar, I know.
I'm not entirely sure if you guys are more annoyed with emote only mode or if you actually appreciate it. So. Well. Because I can just switch it off again. I'm getting lots of different reactions here. I guess I could run a poll. Yeah, I guess I'll just switch it back. If I can find the setting. There it is.
Oscar, get ready. I'm going to start winding up the clockwork engine.
Good, Kate Walker. Then we can carry on our journey. An engineer prides himself
On punctuality. I know, Oscar, I know.
Well, I mean, you could always get more emotes. There are plenty of people who design emotes on Twitch, or who get other people to design emotes. I mean, in some cases I'd say the highlighting makes sense. But, well.
Oscar,
Indeed.
couldn't you just try giving me a...
My incompetence in this matter will only...
Always think... Speaking of mechanical problems, there aren't any other hitches I should know about, Oscar?
This train has no mechanical problems, Kate Walker. Winding the spring mechanism is standard service procedure.
Okay, Oscar, don't get all touchy about it. I didn't mean it like that. I'm off.
Yes.
So, how am I going to wind this train up? Oh! I think I figured it out. Didn't know that was an option. I mean, I might also eventually add more channel point stuff, so... then you could actually spend your channel points if you wanted to.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrickstadt.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station aviary. If you could only see it, there are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so stupid, Dan, please. Oscar's an automaton created by Mr. Varlberg, the man I'm looking for. And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean. He's a bit obsessive as well.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
But my mission still isn't finished.
To hell with your mission. I don't know why
5
you accepted it in the
students.
first place.
Oh,
If you
actually,
just stuck to the
6
middle of the
students.
road, then
The
we
guy
wouldn't be in
outside.
this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes. Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well? Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on the subject?
Look, I don't want to talk about it now. Call me back when you've calmed down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
You can be such a selfish...
Takes one to know one, sweetheart.
Well, that phone call was lovely. I'll just go and continue to Syberia. Seems like the right thing to do. I mean, you could argue that Oscar has a more interesting personality, but who knows?
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
So, I think I
That's
finished
it, Oscar. We can go.
Kate Walker, I must remind you of one of the...
Oh, right.
Please...
Mammoth.
I'm off.
Yes.
Putting the mammoth back. At least Oscar isn't insulting us. That's a plus.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
He might be annoying, but not insulting.
The doll is in place, Oscar. And don't worry, I took good care of it.
And something else, Kate Walker.
What?
The voice cylinder. We do not have the second voice cylinder.
Right. There's another cylinder, you say.
When you have found it?
At your...
Hey.
I'm off.
Yes.
I think I might have left it in the machine.
And if I were to watch one of those cylinders again...
Wait, where did I put it? It's right there. And she's putting it back.
Everything okay?
Yes.
The doll is in place.
And some...
What?
The voice cylinder.
Right.
When you have found...
At your...
We do have the second voice cylinder. It's right there.
I'm off.
Yes.
How many voice cylinders does it need? Or is there another one that's hidden around this place?
These shelves look as if they're...
I mean, I guess that's a voice cylinder and this one's a music cylinder. So I need to find another voice cylinder in this place. Yes, I know who Popeye is. I've even seen quite a bit of the cartoons. Obviously not all of them, but I'm definitely familiar. I guess that actually explains stuff. 'Cause, well, I'm pretty sure I've seen some old cartoons at public places before. So. I was confused about why. I guess that's the explanation. I think I've seen a Popeye cartoon at a doctor's office before, for example. That would explain why that's allowed. I mean, it's close to 100 years, so... seems like plenty of time. Thought the limit was like a human lifespan or something close to it. So, voice cylinder. Where am I going to find that thing? Oh, I don't know. I just know that some companies find ways around the laws, or find ways to bend the laws whenever necessary. So.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Apparently, a certain animated mouse tends to... well, copyright stuff tends to miraculously change whenever that mouse would end up in the public domain. Or so I've heard. Don't know how accurate that is, but wouldn't put it past them. So... mission?
I must congratulate.
What?
Did
Now?
you don't?
Ma'am?
Do you?
No.
Where would I find the voice cylinder?
I'll leave.
Sorry?
Maybe in the thing I repaired. I'll try that. Seems like the kind of place where he would have hid it. No. Can't interact with it anymore? It's not? Weird. So, where could the voice cylinder be? Apparently it's not in there. I think I might need a hint where the voice cylinder is, because I thought I'd been to pretty much every place here. But I haven't seen it. At least I don't remember seeing it. Very dramatic shadow cast by the statues. Indoors, okay. So I guess at the university. So maybe in the library? So, where could it be? I think the library was that one. So I'll try that first. It might work. Don't see anything. Nope. Well, what's going on here?
Hello.
Shh! Don't talk so loud.
I'm sorry, but I was wondering if you could help me.
Can't you see I'm very busy?
What are you looking for?
None of your business. Now, if you don't mind, I am trying to concentrate. I haven't got a lot of time left before Professor Pons's next tutorial.
Professor Pons, you say?
Would you mind working elsewhere, please?
Excuse me. Can I disturb you a second?
No.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
Oh yes, tranquility. That is definitely the impression I'm getting. So it wasn't in there. I don't think it's at the lecture hall. Maybe at the Mammoth? Somehow? What? It's been a while since I had Latin, but I'm not sure that's proper Latin.
No point.
It's not locked. But I don't get what it means. How do I stream cookies?
Gentlemen, I'm awfully bothered to have to disturb you again.
A bothersome disturbance indeed.
Which, I may add, disturbingly bothers us.
No, Bob.
I want to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, I can carry on my journey.
We would also like to thank you for repairing our bandstand.
It was beyond all hope.
Allow us to wish you good luck. And see you next year at enrollment time, perhaps.
No thanks.
I doubt it. But thanks anyway. Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
So... I guess I can't ask them about the cylinder.
Thank you.
And
Where else could it be? I guess I haven't checked the lecture hall yet. Well, I thought I was done, but apparently I still need the cylinder, but I don't know where it is. Not sure why there'd be a Latin word for sandwich, but... Oh. So... Could check the bird's nest again? Might be there. Might also be... I don't know... somewhere else in the aviary? Kind of indoors. I mean, it is behind doors and it's an enclosed space. Even has a roof, so... kind of counts as indoors. Yeah, I might need a closer or another hint. Because there's a big indoor area and I don't know what I'm looking for. Cabinets. Alright, so probably the lab. people have very heated discussions about lots of things that, I find strange. But I guess people just feel very strongly about things. Even if those things don't necessarily matter that much in their own life, because how many times are they going to use the Latin word for burger? I don't know that many people who actually speak Latin, as in reading it out. Or just actually speaking the language and not just reading it. I don't know. I mean, if you want to go try that, let me know how it goes, but I'm not gonna try.
No point. It's...
Fine, that place has a cabinet. There it is. Alright then. This game. I don't really do road trips. Too much traveling. Yeah, but, well, I don't do really long car rides if I can avoid it. Because they basically mean I will need to stay up for the entire time, otherwise motion sickness happens. So, yeah. Long car or bus or train rides aren't really my thing. Because they basically give me jet lag if it's a trip that's either at night or long enough to last into the night. So yeah, that's great. What's that? Alright, new voice cylinder. Let's see what this one's going to tell us.
Hans, I have some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
Father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
I've heard the name before, but I don't actually know what it stands for, so it's either a matter of me being too young or a matter of me not following the news that closely. Take your pick. Or just me being forgetful. Could be any of them.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
Alright.
Oscar,
let's go.
If you tell me one more time something's missing, I'll...
Everything is ready. Take your seat, Kate Walker. We are leaving.
I'll... Okay...
Door gonna open? Or am I going to have to deal with that? I think we're close. Yep, we stopped. Hope I can figure out how to open that thing.
What are you doing there, Oscar?
It is imperative that we comply with railroad and customs regulations, Kate Walker.
Oscar, don't you think we could drop the trifling details once and for all?
We need an exit visa to get beyond the wall, Kate Walker.
And you wouldn't know where I could get one of them from, would you?
There is usually some form of authority stationed at a guard post that is strategically positioned to issue such a visa.
Like this one.
Oscar, don't you think we've wasted enough time already?
You neglected to find the clockwork winding mechanism for the train with sufficient haste, Kate Walker.
What nerve! And you refused to lend a helping hand. Help that could have been invaluable to me.
I agree, Kate Walker.
If you weren't so obsessed by procedure, we wouldn't have had a hitch.
I am not entirely convinced, Kate Walker.
Oscar, please, let's get in the train and leave, can we?
Yes, Kate Walker. Give me the visa.
I don't suppose you can help me get this visa, then?
Your non-supposition is correct, Kate Walker.
So how do I get the visa?
Oscar, the automaton that drives this train will be really impatient to leave soon because he's totally obsessed about punctuality.
Yes, Kate Walker.
And it's weird, because sometimes, when he drops all that stuff about procedure, he can be so charming and attentive.
Please refrain from attributing human emotions to me, Kate Walker.
I think she might actually have a crush on Oscar. Oh. Sure, that's gonna end well.
You do realize, don't you, Oscar, that by preventing me from continuing this journey, you are also depriving yourself of the opportunity to meet your creator, Hans Vorarlberg.
Procedure requires an exit visa, Kate Walker.
God, I think I'm going crazy.
That is not a requirement, Kate Walker. Only an exit visa is necessary.
Do you realize, my good man, that as a lawyer charged with an important matter of inheritance, I could sue you for obstructing justice?
Kate Walker, we still need an exit visa, in any case.
Okay.
Yes, Kate.
Hey, what's on the other side then? Where's she going? Oh, fine. Down the path. Guess I'll go back to the university. It's a pretty long run by now. Would have been nice if he could have told me sooner. Hadn't waited until this point. I don't know. I mean, if she's charging by the meter, or, like, by the step, she'd be a millionaire. So yeah, she should really charge by the step.
Gentlemen, I'm awfully bothered to have to disturb you again.
Which? No.
I finally managed to get my train out of the station. Everything may return to normal. I hope you're happy.
Yes, we are now very satisfied, and we thank you, miss, for respecting our regulations.
A train should first stop, then subsequently leave to leave space for other trains.
There we go. One more little problem we've managed to tie up, and now we can return to some highbrow concerns.
I mean, no, she isn't here specifically to get that signature. She's on her way to the place where she can get the signature. She just got sidetracked.
I want to express my gratitude.
We would...
It was...
Allow...
Can you
Miss,
we can... If...
I haven't introduced...
Walk perfect pure in
tradition, young lady.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our...
Here we are.
All right.
Thank you.
And
where can I get that visa? It feels like I'm close to finishing this chapter, but... well... the game just couldn't not add another thing. I mean... I'm not too worried about the game being slow-paced, it's just that the puzzles seem like they drag on. So it feels like there's not quite enough justification for the puzzles. No. Dragging on, not dragons.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
I want pizza too.
I fixed my train, but the wall's still in my way. I can't go anywhere. This whole situation is totally ridiculous. Totally ridiculous.
Shh, please, miss. You're scaring the birds. There is a gate in the wall, isn't there?
The gate is locked. Do you know if the rectors have a key to it?
A key? A key? It would take quite a key to open a gate like that. Anyway, the wall belongs to the army. That's their business. Because of the enemy, you see.
What enemy?
The enemy? What enemy?
Don't ever go to the other side of the wall, miss. That would be crazy. Please, believe me. Nobody ever goes there. Ever.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Hey, anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
I am letting him know.
I won't
Welcome.
Okay. Can I call her office and can they fix it?
The offices of Martin
Nope.
and Law.
Useless as ever. Any of the other phone numbers? Nope. And yes, I literally call everyone in my contacts whenever I feel like I'm stuck on something. Like, oh, there's an issue with, I don't know, like, got a leaky faucet. Time to call literally everyone in my contacts.
Olivia, it's Kate.
What? I'm not getting the call.
Olivia, I can't hear you. Speak up.
Well, can you please repeat what were you just saying? But I didn't anything, nothing.
I'm hanging up, Olivia. The line's too bad. I'll call you later, okay?
It's also a great way to assemble furniture, calling everyone you know. And trying to explain the pictures to them, for them to then explain what you should be doing. So much walking. Side note. What even is an exit visa? Why would you need permission to exit? Wouldn't you need permission to enter a country? Not
Oscar,
to exit it?
Can't you please forget about procedure just for once?
Your request is refused, Kate Walker.
You do realize...
Proceed.
God...
That...
Oscar? Don't you think we've wasted enough time already?
You neglected to find the clockwork.
What ner-
I agree.
If you weren't so
I am not.
Oscar.
Yes.
Oscar. The.
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Yes.
I wonder how that works.
Uh-huh. I wonder too. I also wonder how I'm going to get an exit visa. I go that way? Oh, that's something. And there's a door over there.
No point. It's locked.
Interesting. Hello? Yes? Did you forget to say hi again?
Hello?
Kate! Oh, is that you? What's going on?
Well, I finally got the mechanical train wound, and I hope it's going to take me to Hans Vorarlberg. I had to sort things out with a couple of weirdo sailors, and they probably ripped me off. But now I'm blocked behind this massive wall. You should see it, it's huge!
I'm not talking about that. I want to know what's going on with Dan.
What do you mean?
I bumped into him at Maggie's do, and he said you'd argued.
That's a bit over the top. Things got a bit heated the last time we called, that's all. No need to go overboard.
I don't mean to be Miss Melodramatic, but he didn't seem in such great shape. He had his down-in-the-dumps head on.
Like Dan has a down-in-the-dumps head.
Well, yeah, when that shock of hair flops over his forehead, and his eyes mist up, and his eyebrows kind of creased together.
I'd never noticed. Maybe I did go a bit too far, but he's got such a goody two-shoes image of me that sometimes I just lose it. And this case is taking up a lot of headspace. I was just looking for a bit of compassion.
Well, you sure got mine. So, what's going down?
Like I said before, I'm kind of getting somewhere, but it's slow. This Hans Vorarlberg guy is getting more and more fascinating by the day.
Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't sound like you're bored. Not like back here in the office. Every day is boredom day. Just no fun without you. When are you coming back?
Shouldn't be long, I hope. Look, I've got to go. See you soon.
Well, call us again real soon. And be easier on Dan next time, huh?
I'll try.
I think she should go date Dan. Seems like she'd be a better match. Dang it, of course it's locked. Everything's locked. Hope this door isn't locked. Yay, a door that actually opens. Who's that?
Good day to you, sir.
Captain Malatesta, Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt Border Post, at your service, madam.
My name is Kate Walker. I've been assigned by my company to find a man who is supposed to be living in Syberia.
What a peculiar mission. Taking so many risks for such a futile goal.
Captain, to my mind, the military zeal with which you insist on guarding this meaningless wall strikes me as equally futile.
I should be offended by your words, miss, but I forgive you, because you are young and unaware of the very real dangers lurking in store for us.
I need a visa to cross the wall and to continue my journey to the east. They told me that you are the only person in a position to issue such a visa.
Indeed, this responsibility is part of my duties. However, I am not currently issuing visas because nobody must venture beyond the wall.
I
And why
figured.
not?
It's far too dangerous, in particular for a lady of your standing who is traveling unescorted.
Dangerous?
She's not
What
unescorted.
exactly do you mean,
She
Captain?
has an automaton.
The enemy, miss. The enemy. I've been observing them for several years through my telescope. There's one particular horseman stationed yonder. He's a scout from the invading enemy army, and he's been spying on us. So I have to be extremely vigilant.
Maybe they just want to
I
hug.
know he's there, you understand? And as long as I keep my eye on him, he won't dare try anything.
Are you sure?
Please, take a look for yourself.
Is the person who takes care of the gate anywhere around?
There is no person who takes care of the gate. Believe you me, ma'am. I have been the one and only guardian of this gate since 1968. That year, I took over the position from the late Lieutenant Colonel Malatesta.
34
my own
years.
father.
In that case, can you tell me how the mechanism works? It sure looks complicated to me.
Not at all. It is child's play for anyone who takes the time to work out its surprisingly straightforward logic. And from the looks of your locomotive, it shouldn't pose you any problems.
Why do you say that?
When I caught sight of your formidable locomotive, I immediately said, heavens, only Hans Vorarlberg could design such an engine. And I know what I'm talking about, ma'am, because he invented the gate's original mechanism. It was his last creation here in Barkstadt.
So you know Hans Vorarlberg?
No, I mean, not personally. I was only a baby when he stayed in Barkstadt. My father spoke often of him, and I knew about his inventions. He left very many things behind him.
I know.
In any case, I noticed that his fantastic knack for inventing has not deteriorated with age. How's he doing?
I don't know. In fact, I don't actually know him. I'm searching for him. An inheritance matter. I hope his train is going to lead me to him.
And why not? His inventions are always full of surprises.
Well, better than following a mule.
Between the station aviary and this bleak wall, the change in atmosphere is radical, don't you think?
It's been a long time since I've been at liberty to judge, miss. My duties forbid me from abandoning my post.
Don't mind me if I...
Please, madam.
$22 watts.
How strange. I can't see a Cossack horseman at all. There's just a dead tree in the middle of an empty plain. That poor captain must have really bad eyesight.
Huh.
Good day to you, sir.
Captain Malatesta, Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt Border...
I need a visa to...
Indeed.
And why...
It's far too...
Captain?
A tree?
How long has this Cossack been spying on your wall?
For a long time. Yes, a very long time. But they could attack at any moment. We simply cannot tell.
And he's been in the same position the whole time?
Cossacks are soldiers, miss. They're capable of great resistance and persistence in the face of adversity.
I'll
I need
have him
Indeed.
say it again.
And why not?
since-
It's far too dangerous.
Captain,
There.
I can assure you that your enemy horseman is in fact simply a dead tree.
Since I accidentally
A
skipped
tree?
it.
But that's totally ridiculous. I can tell you have never seen a Cossack before in your life.
How long has this Cossack been spying on your wall?
For a long time. Yes, a very...
And he's been in this...
Alright.
Cossack...
So...
Don't mind me.
Please, madam.
Can I repair his glasses? Because, I mean, they're obviously broken.
Look, broken glasses. If they belong to the captain, then he sure has eye problems going by those lenses.
But also, what happened to those glasses? Oh, right. This stuff. No? Oh, I already put it in there. Okay. So, now I'm gonna pour the wine. And then...
Colonel, sir.
There.
Captain, miss.
But you have the air of a great officer.
You flatter me, miss. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that we frontier soldiers are often forgotten by the military administration.
There's no justice. I sympathize with you, Captain. Let us forget our worries for a moment and have a little drink together in the name of friendship.
It would be my pleasure, miss, but the regulations strictly forbid it.
Come on. A little glass of wine never hurt anybody, and nobody need know.
Wine, miss? You are putting me in a very delicate situation.
Don't deny yourself, Captain. Just a little glass. I assure you, it is excellent.
And I didn't mix anything in it.
Perhaps
Totally
just
not.
a drop.
Here's your glass. To your good health, Captain.
Interesting
and
posture.
to yours, miss.
Did he spill it on himself?
It's been a long time since I've drunk wine in such pleasant company. I admit, it is excellent.
Isn't it? You wouldn't think it came from Barrickstadt. It is made from the Amazon forest Sauvignon grape that has been miraculously conserved and cultivated in the station garden.
Well, well, well. The university authorities kept that one to themselves.
You know, Captain, it is essential that I continue my journey eastwards.
Please, don't even think about it. As I've said, it's extremely dangerous. The enemy is spying on us.
Perhaps your Cossack horseman isn't quite what you thought. Perhaps it's just a dead tree twisted into a strange shape. You should take another look. You never know. Go on, Captain. Give it a try.
So be it. I will make this concession to the fairer sex, miss. But it does seem to be quite ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
Incredible. How is this possible? By what strange magic? How could I have been so wrong for so long? The enemy was only a tree. I'm so ashamed.
It's not that bad, Captain. It's only human to make mistakes after all.
And your
Tree.
glasses are
Nothing
broken.
but a dead tree.
Pull yourself together, Captain. It's okay.
Also,
And now I suppose there's nothing
Can't you
stopping you
just
from issuing me a visa?
Oscar?
Yes, of course. There is no more danger. All these years. And now the Cossack has gone. There is nothing left to watch.
Captain, you should be delighted. From now on, you don't have to stay pinned to your watchtower. Travel can start up again normally. You will be able to resume your regular duties like issuing entrance and exit visas.
You are right. I will sign you a visa to cross the wall frontier immediately. 1,000 apologies. Here, miss.
Authorization to cross the border. This document authorizes the holder with belongings to pass through the border wall gate. Warning. Beyond the ramparts, conditions of journeys into the Eastern Territories are filled with uncertainty and reputed to be hazardous. As a consequence, the wall authorities cannot guarantee the physical safety of the traveler and decline all responsibility in the event of any incident.
Thank you, Captain.
Reassuring.
And keep your eyes open.
Miss, if we could keep this between ourselves, please. For the sake of my honor, you understand?
You have my promise, Captain.
I think the only hint I needed this stream was where to find the voice cylinder. So, I'd say I did pretty well. So, can I go over there now? Or not?
No point.
So, I've got the document. Still don't have the gate opened, but we'll see.
Oscar, can't you please
Your request is
So.
Oscar, don't you think
What? I agree.
if you weren't so
I am not
Oscar.
Yes, Kate Walker. Give me the visa.
How?
Okay.
Yes, Kate.
Fine. So, use the visa on the building. Good enough.
Here is the visa. I hope it's regulation, my dear Oscar.
Oh. Hope you have a good day at work.
It is regulation. Here is your ticket.
There. Train ticket for the mechanical railway from Bergstadt. Valid for one person. Should represent it to
Have a good
authority,
journey,
blah,
Kate
blah, blah.
Walker.
So, can we go now?
Indeed. We are already very late, Kate Walker.
I don't know if he has a visa. But then again, he might not count because he's technically not a life form.
Your ticket, please.
You know, Oscar, you might not think so, but I also know a thing or two about procedure. And that's one bit of procedure I'm not going to forget about easily.
As you wish, Kate Walker.
Yes. For once we're going to do things as I wish.
There. Take it.
Here you go, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker.
Could we
Now,
actually leave
please
now?
return to your seat, Kate Walker.
Yes, Oscar. Immediately, Oscar.
Sit down! Why is she still standing here? I think we made it to chapter 3, but I don't want to start celebrating yet. Because, well, who knows? Okay, the train unlocks the door. Makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't it? Very dramatic. Even though it's just a train moving. think they might be going over the speed limit. You have to put the slash for the me to have it be in italics. I'm not nitpicking. I can't go on that side. This place looks deserted.
Kate Walker! Kate Walker!
Oscar, what's going on? Why has the train stopped? Where are we?
The springs of the train are unwound again, Kate Walker. As for the question pertaining to our geographical location, I really haven't the slightest idea.
Well, we'd better get looking for a winding machine, my dear Oscar. I hope that this place actually has one.
The air here is so polluted that I could not possibly risk leaving the locomotive.
But the
My
door's
joints
open.
might corrode irreparably.
Right. Let's see. Okay, let's try looking on the bright side here. I need to stretch my legs.
Is there something wrong, Kate Walker? Are you uncomfortable? Are the passenger facilities on this train substandard? I shall draw up a formal complaint form for you immediately.
No, Oscar.
Very
everything's
helpful,
fine,
Oscar.
I assure you. A little walk will do me good, that's all. Gosh, it's really gloomy here. I wonder where on earth I'm going to find a winding machine.
I have total confidence in you, Kate Walker. You are, after all, a brave and resourceful woman.
Yeah, right. Oscar, you couldn't make a little effort for just this once. If we both went looking for the winding machine, the two of us together might find it quicker.
You are in all probability correct, Kate Walker. But the high level of heavy metal miasma that pollutes the atmosphere could cause havoc to my wheelwork.
The what now?
Oscar,
You are...
we just keep stopping. When will we ever get to the end of this journey?
Never,
Simply
ever,
wind up the
ever.
spring, and we can set off immediately.
From your mouth to God's ears. Let's hope Hans Vorarlberg once lived here as well. Maybe he planned for his locomotive's unplanned stop and installed a winding machine as well. Otherwise, it's not looking great for the rest of the journey.
Do not forget that Hans Vorarlberg is a genius in the true sense of the word.
But is he a genius with a sense of forward planning?
We will find that out when we find the winding machine.
My God, Oscar, what would I do without you?
Couldn't he have made it so the
See you soon,
train
Oscar.
winds
I
itself
shall stay
somehow?
right here, Kate Walker.
I mean, all his other automatons don't seem to need something like that. Where's the winding machine getting its energy from? Not entirely sure what you're trying to do.
Hello? Hello?
Kate, it's Dan. Can you hear me?
Dan, is that you? I can't hear you so good. Dan?
Hey, Kate, let's talk. It's about the last conversation. Are you still mad at me? Come on, it's important.
Dan, you're breaking up. I'll try and call you when I get out of this mine.
You... Kate! Come on, what's happening? Listen, we've got to talk.
Look, the line's just getting worse and worse. I'm hanging up.
Good talk.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Of course there is. just gonna walk off into the darkness. See what happens. Nothing here.
I don't need to do that.
Can I call Dan now? Not in the mine anymore. It's probably not going to pick up.
Dan Foster isn't around to take your call.
Called it. So. Oh. Thank you for the sub. Oh, for the gift sub. Can you go further in that direction? Well, this place looks interesting. What's all this stuff about? Okay.
If that's going to work.
Weird. Found a cylinder. Alright. Finding plenty of things. Well, that's not doing anything. Interesting. Alright.
That door is locked.
Found a
Gotta
locked
find
door.
another way around.
So many locked doors. They're my favorite. Wait. I think there's that lever. I'm not sure.
I don't need to do that.
I'm not sure it actually does anything.
I don't need to.
How does that lever work? I'm very confused.
I don't need to do that.
Okay. Fine, I guess that was to switch on the elevator.
If that's going to.
I think I'm going to go listen to the voice cylinder and then I'm going to call it a day. I mean, we've gotten through all of chapter 2? Yeah, that was chapter 2. We're on chapter 3 now. I'm already losing track, so you know it's a good game. let's see what that voice cylinder is going to tell us.
My dear brother, what joy to have news of you after your long silence during the war years. So, you're working for the Russians now. I tell you, we've been hearing some worrying stories about them here. Just your description of that dingy factory makes me cough. But it's so good to hear that your talent is being recognized for its true value, and that your automaton creations are taking the place of workers for all those menial jobs. I'm so proud that Vorarlberg automatons are making such a contribution, even if it is small, to the improvement of people's lives.
Meanwhile, back in Valladolid, we've been licking our wounds after the war years. Some people have returned, others not. Life is slowly coming back, but it's taking time. All my love, Anna.
Alright then. Do we have all the cylinders now? I think we might. Yeah. Seems like a good sign. Either way, as I mentioned, it is getting to, well, be rather warm in here. It's currently at 28 degrees. So, there's that. And my voice is already getting tired. And I also need to study. So, plenty of reasons to end the stream here. So, there we go. And time to check who's live. It seems that Mike is still playing Monkey Island 2. So, we can go and see how that's going. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is colder over here than it would be at the other place right now, so there's that. So I am kind of doing that. If I'm not completely mistaken, there's going to be a heat wave again back in Austria and sometime this week. So I haven't been following that closely though, so we'll see. Or, well, I won't. Other people will. Anyhow. As I said, we're going to go raid Mike, who's playing Monkey Island 2. So, pretty sure it's a first playthrough. So, yeah. I don't think there's anything else I need to mention. Except that no changes to the schedule that I'm aware of. So, we're all good. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you on Sunday, so tomorrow. Bye!